A show called The Amazing Spider-Man? I don't think so.
Right.
Of all the ones I've seen, and I've only seen 3, like 1 and then half of the other one, almost half of the next one, and then some of the new ones. But
well, if you look at the first 3 movies
like
of the Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire, the storylines they told were the origin, Spider-Man No More, and they showed Green Goblin, but it was the origin basically was the main focus. And the next movie, Spider-Man No More, was setting up that Green Goblin storyline,
and I think that was the first time they showed Doc Ock in any Spider-Man movie ever.
Yep, yeah, it was in Dr. Octopus, yep.
And
they dealt with Mary Jane more.
In the 3rd movie, I think that's the one where Venom first appeared.
Yep, he gets the black suit. Venom has a small part in the movie.
He doesn't really have a big part.
They finish off too the Green Goblin storyline with Harry Osborn, and also they show the Sandman. So they give you 3 villains. So half of the Sinister Six right there. They give you 3 villains. They show you the black symbiote suit. Basically, he doesn't get married to Mary Jane in the end. And then what they do, they rebooted the franchise, so they give you Ultimate Spider-Man right there.
Amazing Spider-Man, you mean?
Right, but I mean like an alternate universe version, basically, if you think about it. Because it's Spider-Man again, but with a different actor.
And I don't think in that trilogy Norman Osborn's Green Goblin.
Right, they just show Harry. And
that's kind of weird.
Well, the second movie really... So the first movie dealt with the storyline of his origin again, which we can think of as the Ultimate Spider-Man. Like a new Spider-Man.
But instead of Harry Osborn, like in the Spectacular Spider-Man show, it is Harry Osborn who's the Green Goblin first.
Right.
And I'm not sure if Norman Osborn ever turns into the Green Goblin in that show.
Not in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, no. He died in the movie. But let's think about this though. Okay, so let's say the Amazing Spider-Man, let's say the Tobey Maguire trilogy was classic Spider-Man.
Like normal, like old.
Yeah, like normal, like the trilogy. Like the classic Spider-Man storylines that most people knew. Okay.
Wow, let me see how long we're in. Oh my gosh, we're already.
That's okay, we're good.
Minutes. And we've only got to the Amazing Spider-Man. Oh.
So that Amazing Spider-Man is this alternate universe version with Andrew Garfield and then they showed Gwen Stacy again, but they showed her in Spider-Man 3 to show she exists in that universe. But it's kind of funny. It's like all these movies really are just sequels because Spider-Man 3 set up a new girlfriend for him, and then he didn't. And then he basically broke up with Mary Jane at the end of the movie. That was the end of the trilogy. And then this new trilogy is Gwen Stacy dies by the second movie. So I get it. This makes so much sense.
But was Mary Jane in the...
Well, think about it. Gwen Stacy died, and they set up the Sinister Six in this movie. The whole movie was basically to set up Sinister Six. So what do? Now the third version of Spider-Man is going to be the Sinister Six movie. It just has to be.
Yeah, because they didn't get to the Amazing Spider-Man 3, which I think the Amazing Spider-Man 3 was going to be the Sinister Six. Get it?
Yeah.
3 and
I agree.
6.
It makes sense that it would have been the
Sinister
Six movie because they set it up as a trilogy to be that.
Yeah.
So they did a really good job, but it's sad they're not going to finish it off. But in a way, they are kind of finishing it off by.
They might continue the Amazing Spider-Man, and do it again, but at the start of the Disney's version of the Amazing Spider-Man, basically, they're gonna do these Sinister Six.
Well, do you think there's any chance that they bring back Andrew Garfield? Because really, it's never been stated that Andrew Garfield is out. It's just stated a new spot. Well, I guess it kind of. Let's just say, do you think there's any chance Andrew Garfield comes back as Spider-Man and they continue the Amazing Spider-Man and bring in all those characters and actors? Because I think that would be the smart thing to do, to be honest. Like, the franchise wasn't hated.
It was. I think, in my opinion, even though I haven't seen really the first movie or any movie, And sorry about the doorbell.
But what were you gonna say? I mean,
This is gonna end the video, so because we hear a doorbell ring. So
well, they could use
the
the Amazing Spider-Man as the
we-
setup for Sinister Six, really.
So bye guys. And
Wait, let's finish this up.
Oh yeah, the Pikmin update.
So,
So
well, just last thing about Spider-Man, they could either continue with Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man and do Sinister Six, or they could just still use because that's fresh in people's memories, and still reboot it, and the first movie be about him taking on Sinister Six. And one last point, Spider-Boy, they could use the Captain America movie basically to set this all up, because it could take what you knew from the previous two movies, and all they gotta do is basically say, by him keeping his identity, made all these villains come at him. And it could be Andrew Garfield, it could be another character, because we've already rebooted him. Instead, he's already been Spider-Man for so long. So, it makes sense. Now, on to the Pikmin update.
Pikmin. So we're gonna do a series called Pikmin Adventures. We're not sure the date yet. We're probably gonna do it in the summer, maybe. We're not sure yet. And we might do a Thomas video next. We're not sure. So I guess bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. And this is our
Subscribe.
longest video yet.